Happy home. It done it again, son of a bitch. Wowzers, bowsers. Filmed this for the second time because of the light issues coming through the window. I was backlit. Terrible mistake. Anyway, happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. It's number 65. Those of you that were on Facebook over the weekend will have seen that I brewed up, so I'll talk about it in a minute. I've got a bit of footage that I'll roll. But I'm going to start this Homebrew Wednesday off by saying a big thanks to Clive, the Norfolk Hillbilly. Now on, I think it was Friday or Saturday, a massive box arrived. It was huge. And inside it was a box inside a box inside a box. And then there were many boxes. And I thought, what the friggin' hell's this? Anyway, opened it up and he sent me about 6 of his own beers and 2 commercial import beers. And if that wasn't enough, he sent me this, which is an STC, which I am going to be able to fit to the keg fridge so that I can bring the temperature down a bit, because the temperatures are, let's say they're just too cold. And so the reason why I overcarbonated the kegs over the birth of Ellie was because it was too cold, the fridge was too cold, and I'd set the PSI at sort of normal carbon PSI pressure, and I forgot about it for a few days, and when I came to it, it was really overcarbonated. So I'll be able to bring the temperature down in there, which means that I can have the beer served a tad warmer. It's really cold in there. Never mind. Talking of STCs, I ordered the STC 1000 from Amazon. Oh yeah, bitch. So I'm going to be making the conversion from fridge to fermentation fridge very soon. In fact, I think Harry's very graciously volunteered his help in that process. And all I need to do is get a heat tube so I can wire up the STC to that and to the compressor, and voila, fermentation fridge. So that's what's happening on the gizmo side of things. Again, a big thanks to Clive. I will be tasting these beers and recording them and putting them up for all to see, but there was one beer in particular that my eyes were drawn to. It's one of the commercial import beers that he sent. I had to do a bit of research on it because there's very little English on the bottle. But here we go. It's this one, Mongozo coconut beer. In doing the research, it is brewed in Belgium. The short story of the history of this beer is the recipe originated in Africa, and the women of the tribes used to make palm wine. This particular woman decided she would make palm beer, and the recipe was passed down from mother to daughter, mother to daughter. Now the founder of this Mongozo was the son of the family. They didn't have a daughter, so the mother had to break tradition and decided to pass the recipe down to the son. He left Africa as a refugee and ended up in the Netherlands, finally ended up in Belgium, and that's where the story starts with these beers. They're fruit beers. So Mongozo is an old African word which means cheers. My God, I feel prepared for this one. I haven't a clue what it is in terms of style. I know it's nothing darker than a wheat. It looks like a wheat. You can see through it, so it's not a coconut porter, it's not a coconut stout. let's crack it open because I'm dying to see what it's like. And I've got a glass, so let's do it. I go. The founder of this beer was killed in a tragic accident in June 2003. So yeah, not only is this a cool looking beer and a cool story from where it originated, but the company also is a fair trade company. So the coconuts have been sourced on fair trade farms, so they give a good price. Oh man alive! I like it. Wow, man. Coconut, big coconut. Like coconut milk, but you're getting fruit in there as well. Almost like a pina colada smell. Holy shit, Clive. That is friggin' awesome. Also, Mongozo, for those of you that are celiac, do a gluten-free Pilsner. Right, let's get this poured out. Wow, I can see some of the fruit or coconut glazing the bottle. But, my God, look at that. That's like a pale wheat. Oh man, yeah, now you're getting like a fruit juice sort of aroma off of it, which is blending in with the coconut. I was expecting it to be bang big coconut and nothing else, which I suppose wouldn't be as good as what this is, because it's giving a rounded sort of flavour, aroma, and it has a hint of like a molasses malty smell. The tradition is to drink this out of a coconut half, but then you couldn't see it. Right, so coconut Mongozo. Again, Clive, a big thank you. If it wasn't for you sending these, I would never have even dreamt to look for them. I don't think you can get them in the supermarkets. I know Clive works for a company that imports beers from all over, and that's where it's got them from. I've got another one that I'm going to do the same sort of thing with. But Clive, a big thanks, man, and let's jump in. My God, that is good. 3.5% ABV. You're getting a big pina colada flavour. And honey on the nose, big honey now. I'm getting a touch of cherry the second it's in your mouth. Tropical fruits on the back note, and then you're left with coconut. That warming, creamy coconut, but it's not overpowering at all. I was expecting it to be big coconut. You can tell it is a coconut beer, but it's more like a pina colada. That is big honey on the nose. You're getting a slight bitterness on the back edge, but from what? Possibly fruit. I don't think there's any hops in this, and can't really smell much of the malts. I can't pick it up. I think the malts as well is an ancient strain of grain. Let me see if I can find it. An ancient strain of a certain grain that was used by the Incas. Oh, that is good. That is really good. So there you go, guys. Mongozo coconut. If you like coconut, like pina colada, and you want something that is refreshing, oh my God, so refreshing and full of flavour, and you come across it, pick a bottle up and try it. Again, Clive, cheers, mate. Right, cracking on. It's just going to be a long one. I did brew up over the weekend. Brewed up the exact same recipe that's in the bottles ready to go for the SJ competition. So, I really like the beer. I even liked the one that was on tap that we altered slightly. It wasn't as good as the one that I'm sending off for the competition, but it was in the same sort of ballpark. So if I don't get through to the finals, man, I'm going to have another keg of it to drown my sorrows. But if I do, it's exactly the same recipe as what's bottled, brewed in exactly the same way. So I mashed in. The temperatures were bang on. This is the third time I have brewed it using the same mashing methods. I maintained the temperature all the way through the mash. The mash out was the same. It was really good. Unfortunately, I had people come in every time I brew and film a brew day. People come at the wrong time when I want to film it. Anyway, the only change to the brewing system was this. I ordered this from Idle Valley Brewing, silicone hose, food grade silicone hose. It was on my mind about getting the wort into the boil pot, and how I open the tap and it sort of drops into the bucket and it's really aerates it. And I was thinking, well, you know, you're boiling it. I've already seen an interview on Beersmith. They put a video out with this chemist that was working with breweries to get oxygen out of the beer and bottles and whatnot. And he was saying that the boiling process is a way of boiling out the oxygen in the air. And I thought, well, if I'm doing that right before I start boiling it, I'm aerating the wort by dropping it from a height. So I'm going to see if this makes a difference to the brew. So it just ran straight in. I don't know if you can see it now. It just ran straight in, just like you would rack into another carboy or into a keg, just round the bottom until it was full. And it wasn't too heavy when I was lifting it up because I'm a big strong man. So we did that, boiled it up, added the hops, exactly the same as we added them in the first one, the competition brew, and got her in. Added the yeast. I actually pitched a bit more yeast in this one. I pitched the US05 sachet, and I remembered I got a load in the fridge that Harry sent me in my last order. Thought, well, I'm going to tip a bit more in there because it's quite a high ABV beer. 1068 it finished at, and it's hopefully going to finish around 1018, just to keep some of that sweetness in there. But it's bubbling away now, absolutely frantically. It's calmed down. Yesterday it was going bananas. So that's all good in the hood. I really enjoyed it. I didn't do any UVing. I didn't do anything else apart from filming it, and I really enjoyed the day. Just me relaxing before I went back to work and brewing. And some point in the next weekend I'm going to do another brew. Oh yes, of consecutive weeks brewing. And this one is, I've got some leftover Marisotta, leftover Munich malt, and leftover crystal, the same grain that I was added to the brew we've just done. And I'm going to hop it with Simcoe. Never used Simcoe before. Leave a comment below, guys, because I was setting up the recipe and I was looking at the Simcoe. I was changing the IBUs on it, and it's a bittering hop, if I'm not mistaken. So, has anyone brewed solely with it and used it as flavouring and aroma as well towards the back end? Let me know if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll get something else to chuck in its place. I've got to go to the brew shop, so maybe some Cascade, Simcoe Cascade. I don't know. It's going to have that piney citrus note anyway, so a little extra citrus might just help it out towards the back end. I don't know, but leave your comments below, and don't forget to thumb this video up as well, guys. I forgot to say at the beginning. My God, come on, let's get the. I would love to see 100 thumbs up. That would be amazing. All right, that means probably half of you have got the thumb up, and the rest, nah. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that, another brew day. I don't know if I'm going to be UVing it or not, I don't know. And I also bought some carbonation drops, because I'm going to be getting a bottling bucket tomorrow. I'm wanting to bottle more beer, and it's just an easier way to do it. I'm going to be bottling loads because I've had beer mail sent me and people have been so kind in sending me stuff. I need to just send it out. I want to anyway, but money's been a bit tight. But I want to be doing that. So I thought, I ain't buggering about with the sugar down the funnel in the bottles, getting it everywhere and guessing it. I'll buy some carbonation drops. So I bought the carbonation drops, they come, and straight away I got them out of the packet, out of the Amazon box. I went from the front door to the kitchen and I was instantly pissed off. In that short period of time I was pissed off with them. Why do they give you the amount of carbonation in 350ml and 750ml? It's 1 tablet for 350ml bottle and 2 tablets for 750ml bottle. Why have they done it like that? What's the most common millimetre bottle? It's 500ml. Granted, yes, the 350 as well, but 350ml, 750ml. I've never sent a 750ml bottle out. I don't think I own a 750ml bottle. When beer mail comes to me, when beer mail gets sent out, it's 500ml. So now I've got to guess. I've got to break a bit off of one, or do I put 2 in a 500ml and see what happens? Again, leave your comments below. If you've used these carbonation drops before, what have you carbed them with? What have you carbed a 500ml bottle with? What amount? Let me know, because I was pulling my damn hair out. I was like, you son of a bitch. Oh, calm down. So that's it, guys. That's all I've got. So stay safe, keep home brewing. Pinky out. Don't forget to thumb up the video, please. Don't forget to leave your comments below, especially on the carbonation drops and the other thing we were talking about. I've forgotten. But that's it, guys. So I'm out of here. I've gone.